algebra students, Mr. Lawrence here with your second flipped lesson. All right, one thing I want to say to you is the lesson today is on the order of operations. Now, some of you call that PEMDAS, but I want you to know that PEMDAS is not proper terminology. It's just a pneumatic device to help you remember the order of operations. Okay, whenever you give a reason on a test or a quiz or an OAA or anything like that, you cannot put I did it because of PEMDAS. You have to put I did it because of the order of operations. PEMDAS doesn't mean anything to people that have never heard it. It's not official language. For example, Mrs. Halas, actually Mrs. Armentrout, pardon me, Legentrout? Yeah, so anyway, your assistant principal is from Minnesota, and she's a former math teacher, and she had never heard of PEMDAS until she came to this region of the country. So we can't assume that other people in other parts of Ohio even know what we're talking about when we say PEMDAS. So we say the order of operations. Now I want to stress something very important here. Notice when I write my device, I write the multiplication and division parts and addition and subtraction above each other because they have equal value. When the problem is only considering addition and subtraction, I go left to right. I don't always do addition before subtraction. I go left to right. When I'm only considering multiplication and division, again, I go left to right. I don't always do multiplication before division. If the division comes first from the left to the right, then I'll do the division first. Now I will always do my parentheses before I do my multiplication, or my exponents before my subtraction. That is a fact, but when we're talking multiplication and division, they have equal value. All right, let's take a look at this examples I have here. Negative 3 plus 5 minus 2. Well, because of the order of operations, I will go left to right because it's all addition and subtraction. Negative 3, positive 5 must give me 2, minus 2, and that'll equal 0. All right. Now some of you are thinking, well, Mr. Lawrence, if I did the 5 minus 2 part and did negative 3 plus that, I get 0. Yes, but that's a coincidence. Okay, follow the order of operations. All right, now later on when you're a little more versed in it, I'll show you what I do. On that problem, I do it a little bit differently, but that's okay. You follow the order of operations. All right, example 2. I have division, multiplication, and then division again. Well, I'm going to go left to right. So I'm going to do 8 divided by 4 and get 2. Okay, I'm going to have to multiply that by 6, and I'm going to get 12. And then I'm going to divide that answer by 2, and that's going to equal 6 for my final answer. Okay, notice if I did the multiplication first, I'm going to get 24. 8 divided by 24 is going to be 1/3. 8 over 24. It's going to equal 1/3. 1/3 divided by 2 becomes an ugly problem. It's the same as 1/3 times 1/2, and I end up with 1/6 as my answer. That is not correct. This is not the correct way to do it. It's all multiplication division, so I go left to right. All right, let's scroll on down here. Problem number 3. I have subtraction, I have multiplication, I have addition. Well, the order of operations tells me to do multiplication first. So I'm going to have a 12. I have a minus 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5. Now it's all addition subtraction, so I go left to right. I'm going to get 12 minus 16, which is negative 4, plus 5, and that's going to equal a positive 1. Okay. Notice on this example, had I goofed and done this part of the problem first, that would be incorrect. But I would have ended up with 12 minus 21, which would equal negative 9, which is not the same as 1. So do not do that. Go in the order of operations, left to right, when you're talking only multiplication and division, or addition and subtraction, as in this case. Okay, here's a more complex one. I've got an exponent, I've got subtraction, I've got 4 times the quantity, so that's multiplication. The quantity is the parentheses, right? I have division and I have addition. Well, the order of operations says to do this part first. So I'm going to get 5 there. Got a 4 in front, minus. Now this exponent, I'm going to take care of him. This will be 49. Hopefully you weren't thinking that that was 14, because remember 7 squared equals 7 times 7, which is 49. Okay, and then we got divided by 5 plus 3. Now, according to the order of operations, right here, I have multiplication and division. Well, I'm going to do the multiplication first. So I'm going to get 49 minus 20 divided by 5 plus 3. Division still has priority. 49 minus 4 plus 3, right? And this will equal 49 minus 4 will be 45 plus 3, which will equal 48, and that doesn't look very much like a 4. All right. I'm expecting you to be really good at the order of operations. This is a really quick lesson. I will attach an extra practice video where you can do a few extra problems. But that's it for now. All right, Mr. Lawrence signing off.